All right. Welcome back. It's Honey, the podcast. We got Ryan Rosery here today. The one, the only, the legend, the myth. Wagwan.
You said,
I had to, yo.
You said, fam. How you doing, man? How you doing?
I miss you, bro.
I know, it's been a minute. I haven't
seen
you physically in the flesh since 2023.
No way.
2023.
No way.
Yeah.
It feels like yesterday.
2023 was
It's
the last
weird.
time
I think that's the energy
we talk
share.
a lot on socials, you know? We connect a lot on socials.
I always show love.
Always. You always have.
Doing big things always. You're always on the go, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You've been serving for 17 years.
Mm-hmm.
You're acting.
No, acting for 17 years.
Acting for 17.
Acting for 17. Serving for 10.
10.
10 years.
Still.
Yeah.
Long. And then now, like, you got kicked off the podcast. What's the podcast called?
Yeah. So I got my podcast. It's called Growing Through It with Ryan Rosery. Make sure you tap in. It's a self-help growth podcast where I basically just get people to come on to just talk about their journey of life, because we're all going through it. And like the catchphrase that I say, the only way to grow through it is to go through it. Mm-hmm. And that's like a fact. Like, you experience so much of life, and when you are actually going through things, you grow like a flower, like a tree, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the experience of life that take you to the next stages. So yeah, that's why I call it Growing Through It.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Honestly, that's beautiful. Okay, let's rewind again, because like our viewers want to know, like, how does this all tie into hospitality? Like, how did you get into hospitality? What was your first day?
Yeah. Oh my God.
What was like your upbringing that like led you to hospitality? Like, why?
Damn. Okay. Let's see how far back. Okay. I think my first ever serving job, I used to work at this restaurant. It was close to where I lived, and I wanted to serve, but I couldn't, because I never had any serving experience. Mm-hmm. So I started off as a busser. Yeah, I was a busser at this place. It was a 3-floor restaurant. Yeah. So you come in, entrance floor, middle floor was where the dining was, and then on the top floor was the patio / rooftop. And so it was frustrating. And I was like, this might have been like 10-ish years ago.
Yeah. Maybe
a little more than that. Damn. It was like 12 years ago, close to 12 or 13 years ago. So I was a little bit younger. And it was frustrating because like the main kitchen is on the kitchen was on the main floor, the middle floor, the dining floor. And so when you have to run food, you got to run food either through the back hallway to go all the way up to the patio, or you have to come down to the main floor, to the main entrance. Yeah. And then there was the dining floor. So it was like really frustrating as a busser. Like, you're constantly just running up and down stairs, and then you got to bring like the dishes up and down. The kitchen was on the middle floor, so it was just frustrating. So that was like my first experience into the hospitality service industry. I wanted to be a server, and I was so pissed off because I busted my ass as a busser. I learned all the things in the restaurant, was like good with the people, a lot of the staff, and became close with the management. Yeah. But they just didn't make me a server. And it was in the summer of, what year was this? 2015. Yeah, summer 2015. And so I'm like busting my ass off, and I'm like, yo, let me get put on, right? Yeah. They put this other guy on who was a little bit of a meathead. This guy was not the smartest dude. And we started as bussers at the same time. Now, mind you, this guy was a white guy. So I was like, oh, are they promoting him because he's a white guy? I tried to not think too deep into it. I was like, sure, whatever. He got fired literally a month after. I was like, this guy, he just was not good. Then I just got so over it, because what happened was that summer it was so hot that it was always thunderstorms. Mm-hmm. So they would constantly shut down the patio, and they only needed me on the patio because we just had too much staff on. So I just wasn't making any money there. So I'm like, yo, honestly, I think I'm just going to leave, because like, what's the point of me staying? Then towards the end of the summer, we're going into fall, they're like, all right, because everyone's getting ready to go back to school, we want to promote you to server. I was like, get out of here, bro. Yeah. You guys should have been promoting me, because I've been busting my ass and showing you, look, this is what I'm capable of doing. Yeah. Look how good I am. So I ended up leaving that restaurant. And then I got into sales for a bit. And then I think it was when I moved to Vancouver in 2018. That's kind of when I got back into the service industry.
Okay.
Yeah. And
so Vancouver now.
Yeah.
So you're touching base on Vancouver. So you go from Toronto
to Vancouver. I went out there for my acting career. Yeah. And I was working at another establishment, a fine-ish dining establishment. Yeah. Their steakhouse. But because they were like, well, you don't really have much serving experience, but we'll make you a lunchtime server.
Okay.
So I only worked the lunch shifts. So I was like, all right, cool. So I ended up I was a busser there for a little bit, and then I became a lunchtime server. So I started off bussing, and then eventually became a lunchtime server. And I wasn't really making any money as a lunchtime server because nobody's spending crazy money during lunch hours. We're just
coming like work
in and out, like you know what I'm saying. Let me grab a sandwich, let me grab a salad, boom, boom, boom. I was leaving with like at least $80 though, which was nice. But you know, man needed more money, so then I went back into sales, and then I stayed in Vancouver for 3 years, and then moved back to Toronto. And then when I came back to Toronto, I pretty much just got back into the service industry, and I've been serving pretty much on and off since.
All right.
And like obviously acting or whatever, but yeah.
Of course. Does it, like, for you, is it kind of like you serve because you're trying to like support acting, or do you act and you're supporting da-da-da-da? Like, so for me, do they both go hand in hand for you?
So, I mean, if I could just act, I would only act and like do entertainment stuff like that. Of course. But one thing I've learned about serving for myself personally, I like doing it because I find that when you get a good server, someone that really seems like they care, like I'm all about customer service, regardless of be it serving, be it going to an amusement park. Like customer service for me is a very important thing. I didn't realize because I think it's important to connect with other human beings. And when you're someone that's spending your hard-earned money, you're coming out, you're like, yo, I worked all week, or like I'm trying to take this girl out, or trying to have a good night with the homies. Yeah. You want to spend money. You want to be well taken care of. You want to do the best that you can. You want to have a good experience. Yeah. And a good experience and your server can really make or break versus how attentive they are, how much they care about like your table and stuff like that. Like all of that really is important. And I realized, when someone feels good with the service that you give them, bro, like the amount of times I've gone out to places. I remember I went to this one dope steakhouse, and I had this guy. He was maybe about a year younger than me. Yeah. But the way this man knew his knowledge, and he was very chill. Like he wasn't a big personality. He was very nonchalant and chill. But he was talking about the steaks. He was like the marbling on the steak, and this is why he knew his shit. He knew it. He was like, this is why this steak is this better cut versus this cut, and you want to get this cut, but you don't want to cook it too much for this way. And then he was showing us, and if you want more of a larger portion, well, then you can get this one but it is a little bit of a thicker cut, so we recommend that you cook it this way. And I was really impressed with his knowledge and the way he seemed like he cared about it. And that was the kind of person that when I serve, that's what I like to be like. Because when you show that attention to detail with people, people are like, oh, this guy knows what they're talking about. This girl knows what they're talking about. I trust their recommendations. I trust the way that they're making me feel. And I'm going to make sure I'm having a good time with me and my people. And then they end up making more money, or they end up getting more shifts, or whatever the case may be. So like for me, customer service goes a long way. Because if you feel like you're having a great time with anything, be it, like I said, an amusement park, or you're at the movies, or like even like the person that gives me my ticket or like my not my ticket, my popcorn at the movies. Yeah. If I feel like they're engaging a little bit and like they look like they want to be there, I'm like, oh, yo, dope. And then me personally, myself, I feel more engaged to want to know about this person. So the same deal with serving is like, yo, I see you out on a date. Oh, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to make sure you and your date are having a good time. Yeah. You're there for your anniversary? Okay, bet. I'm going to make sure that I'm treating you as the husband. Yo, you're having a good time, but I'm making sure your wife is having a good time. Yeah. Because if your wife is having a good time and you're well taken care of, guess what's happening that night? You getting a little bang, bang, boom. She going home happy. You know what I'm saying? Both people going to be happy.
Hey, you going home happy.
Yeah, I'm going home happy. I'm making some money. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for me, customer service, it all goes hand in hand. I remember one time I had this group of black women. And sometimes I will say I find that in the service industry, whenever a group of black people tend to come in, a lot of the servers, this is a big thing, they don't want to serve them because just notoriously, black people don't tip. They don't tip.
That's a stereotype. That's a stereotype.
But there's a reason why it exists, though. Yeah. Because unless you work in the service industry, I get it all the time. I deliver excellent service to our people, bro. And they still be tipping $5, $10. Because I was talking to my girl about it. She said that for them in their mind, it's like, well, you're like, oh, here's $10. Like, it feels like a big thing for them, right? Imagine your bill's $400 and you tip someone $20. Bro, I'm eating that. Yeah, okay, I'm thankful you're giving me 20. Like, don't get me wrong. But now I got to pay out into the restaurant because $20 doesn't cover that $400 bill. No. Like, it hurts, you know what I'm saying? So black people are notorious for not tipping. But no matter what, I still will always do my best to deliver good service, because what happens is when other people get these tables, they don't really try to pay as much attention to them. They don't offer up as much. So for me, I see this group of black girls at this one restaurant I was working at. It was this girl's birthday. They wanted to be sat inside the restaurant. Yeah. But unfortunately, what happened is there was like some kind of miscommunication and mix-up with their reservation. So there was no tables for them on the inside. And I think in the group there was maybe about 12 of them. So they ended up having to sit on the patio. And I ended up getting to serve them. Yeah. And I was like, all right, I understand that you guys didn't get to be able to sit on the inside. Yeah. But listen, ladies, you got me tonight. I'm going to make sure you're having the best time. And I was like, yo, who's the birthday girl? She's like, it's my birthday. I said, bet. We're going to make sure you have the best time. The first thing I did is I went to my manager and said, yo, can we get them a round of shots? Just for this mishap. It's this girl's birthday. My guy said, not a problem. So I said, yo, here's some shots, on the house. Yeah. Let's have a good night. And already, instantly, everything lined up. And after the service with these ladies, to this day, I still talk to at least 3 of them.
So even though they didn't tip,
no, they did tip.
Oh, they did tip. Okay,
they did tip. Right.
Because it started with black people don't tip.
No, not all black people. Not all black people.
Thank you.
Not all black people.
Thank you for checking that, because some of my viewers be like,
yeah, no, not all black people. But it's the stereotype and the misconception that
it's true.
I'm not gonna get tipped by these people. But regardless of the fact, I'm always gonna deliver the best quality service. I'm not gonna judge, because you don't know who's gonna be a good tipper and who's not gonna be a good tipper. Right? Versus if I don't give you good service at all, point blank, you're not gonna want to tip me at all. You're like, yo, why am I giving this person extra money?
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
So,
well, yeah. It's like you also want to see your value too, right? Like you want the person to be engaging. You want the person to be guest obsessed. You want them to like make sure, like, let's say I'm out for one night only.
Right.
Like, you don't know what I'm going to be doing next week or the week after that. I don't know if I'm going to have money, right?
Right.
So it's like, why not give it your all, right? And that's what I'm getting from you, your energy. So it's like, why not? Like, I'd give you 40%, fam. I would.
You know what I'm saying? So
I drop it on you.
A big thing. Love, appreciate that. No, but that's like a big thing for me. Is if you are having a good time, you're gonna feel good, and your people are gonna feel good, and then you're gonna look at whoever was taking care of you and say, "Yo, I appreciate that." The amount of times when I've flown somewhere, and sometimes I feel like I'm overlooked because of whatever reason. Like, I'm not blaming it on a race. I'm not blaming it on an age thing. Just like whatever. Maybe that person's having a bad day. I try even my best to never allow whatever's going on in my personal life to ever affect my job with whatever I'm doing, be it acting, be it podcasting, be it hosting, be it doing kids' birthday parties, whatever that is. I always try not to let it affect me and make sure that I'm delivering the best service that I can to whoever. You know
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. And it's like you're not just doing it for the money, you're doing it for that, like, guest experience. So I appreciate that. All right, let's rewind a little bit. Like, where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Scarborough.
Yeah. Born, raised
in Scarborough. Shepherd and Nielsen area. Yeah. Grew up there. And then from Shepherd and Nielsen, me and my moms and my sister, we moved to like Port Union, right by like the edge of Scarborough, right at the border of Pickering and Scarborough. Yeah. Stayed there for 6 years, and then kind of progressively every single year just moved along Shepherd Road for those that are from the east side, Scarborough till I die. We just kept progressively moving. We were still in the east, but we were moving like progressively west in the east end until eventually ended up at Shepherd and Victoria Park. Sweet. And then that's
Scarborough Man's,
and then my mom ended up passing away in that home in Shepherd and VP, R.I.P. Right? God bless the dead. God bless my mom. But
condolences.
Yeah, bro. Man, I'm a Scarborough man.
Yeah.
Born and raised.
So, Scarborough Man's, what, like, when you were growing up, like, what did you want to be always? Like, Actor? Yeah. Why? Like,
I knew that.
What was the first thing you saw and you were like, I want to do that?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Fresh Prince.
No way.
It was Will Smith, man.
God. I think you're going to say, like, Denzel or some shit.
No, like, I love me some Denzel. Yeah. Denzel was the guy, but I was always, like, a goofy kid. Yeah. I love just making people laugh and, like, having a good time. And, like, to the point of me always being a goofy kid, I used to dress up. I would, like, put underwear on my head. Yeah. I would put on socks on my hands. I would tie a towel around my neck, and then I would put my feet in, like, plastic shopping bags, and I would run around the house like a superhero. Sweet. Right? And I was like, that was my superhero. I don't know, whatever. I was like, whenever people would come over and I'd be like, I'm a superhero. And people were like, those kids so weird. Like, but they would like laugh, right? Yeah. And like, it's a weird image to have in your head of a kid running around with underwear on his head and a towel tied around his neck. And then seeing Will Smith be goofy on TV, and I'm like, wait, this guy's a clown, bro. Like, he's just dumb and stupid and having a fun time. Like, that to me is so... When I was a kid, I'm like, yo, I remember I was sitting in front of the TV. My mom and my sister were sitting behind me. And it was Will Smith. It was the scene where, if you've ever watched Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
of course,
where Uncle Phil, he was dancing with baby Nicky's and dancing in the crib and whatever. Yeah. And then Will runs down the stairs and he goes, earthquake! Because Uncle Phil was a big guy, right?
Yeah.
And then it was this moment, it was like this perfect moment. Uncle Phil looks at Will. Will looks at Uncle Phil. And then Uncle Phil chases Will and Will runs up the stairs. Yeah. Yo, something in my brain, I was like, that is the funniest thing in the world. And I remember turning to my mom and I said, Mom, I want to do that. I want to be like Will Smith. And my mom's like, you want to be a clown for a living? That's not a real job. Get out of here. Oy. So like shut down at an early age. And I was like, damn. And then continuing to watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I didn't have my father in my life. And then that famous scene where he's like, where his dad basically comes and he's like, oh no, I can't right now. Like, I gotta go. And then Will's talking to Uncle Phil. He's like, I don't need him, whatever. I'm gonna have some fine honeys. I'm gonna find me I'm gonna have fine honey. I'm gonna have me some fine babies, you know? And then at the end he breaks, why doesn't he want me, man? And I felt that because I'm like, yo, my dad's never been in my life. I'm like, did my dad not want me? So seeing the funny side of Will and then seeing the serious side of Will made me realize, oh, this, whatever he's doing on the screen is making me feel something. And that's what I want to do. I want to make people feel something. So basically from the 4th grade, early on, I was like, yeah, man, I want to act. And then I told my mom, old school Caribbean woman, she didn't understand anything other than doctor, lawyer, engineer, go to school, get an education. Like, acting is not a real job. Exactly. But because of her lack of understanding and knowledge, how can she put her child into acting, you know? Like, she's in survival mode. She's figuring out how to survive. She doesn't know anything about acting classes and taking him to go to the auditions. Like, she doesn't know about that. So I kind of let it go and then got back into acting after this girl broke my heart in grade 10 or 11. Yeah, I think it would have been grade 11. Okay. Yeah, after grade 11, after she broke my heart, I was like, I'm going to get her back. I'm going to become famous. Yeah. And then it clicked. I want to go back into acting. So yeah, but I've wanted to act since what did your mom want for you? Like, what career path did she see you in? Like, where did she see you? Like, she was like, she put you in the lawyers or the doctor category? She wanted me to be a, what do you call them? Guidance counselor. Guidance counselor. There we go. Yeah, that's what it was. Changing young minds. Yeah, she wanted me to basically, because I was a troubled youth, I was just like thinking about it. I was like, damn, I never really thought so deep about this. It makes me miss my mom, you know? Yeah. If your mom's still alive, hug your moms, bro. Moms, you only get one.
Bro, I be thinking like that all the time. Like, you know, like sometimes like time passes or like days pass and I'm like, yo, I need to go hit up my mom.
Yo, check your moms, man. Like, yeah, man, I wish my mom was still here. But yeah, she wanted me to be a guidance counselor because I was a troubled youth. Yeah. And she wanted me to help like other troubled youth because I had kind of come out on the other side. But you know, towards the end, she started to just kind of accept that I'm an actor. She started to see me do more acting things and whatever. So yeah, and then I met my father for the first time in 2016, and he wanted me to be an engineer. But he found out through like the family and stuff, they're like, oh yeah, I hear you're trying to go Hollywood, so as long as you're happy, which I found really surprising that my St. Lucian father was like, yeah, it's okay, you can.
As long as you're happy.
As long as you're happy, which I thought was interesting, you know?
I think also, too, like, people know, like, they can't just, like, put their own beliefs and their own, like, success stories on you. Like, you just kind of, like, especially if you haven't been in someone's life for so long, like...
For sure.
You kind of just want to just be open, like, to whatever they give you, right? Mm-hmm. I could kind of relate to that for sure. Like, my parents and shit, like, wanting me to, like, not cook.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, then they want you to cook. Like, that's such a good job.
They're like, you think you're going to make money cooking? Are you flopped? I was like, okay, I'll just go this way. So I did social work for a while.
Really?
And then, like you know, when your energy something doesn't fit, like I did that for, like, I think, like 2 to 4 years. Mm-hmm. And it just, something wasn't meshing. My heartstrings were like, you're missing something. I just literally dropped it. And then I went back to school.
That's real.
And then that's when I started excelling in life. Like, it was like a combination that made sense. Like, once I got into a kitchen, like, I was moving differently. Mm-hmm. I was it just felt right.
You felt at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like the puzzle I was missing, right?
Yeah, that's real.
So I can definitely relate to that. And thank you for like choosing what feels good for you, because
you have to, man. You got one life. And in this one life, you don't want to regret not doing the things that you knew that you wanted to do because of your family, because of your parents, because of your partner. You know what I'm saying? People that work in hospice, so when you're getting to the end of your life, or whenever people work in like old folks' homes, and they talk to these old people and they ask them, what are like some of your biggest life regrets? And a lot of them is, man, I wish I followed my dreams more. I wish I listened to myself more. I wish I didn't do things for my family. And I understand, we all got to make money. We all got to live in this world. Like, nothing is free. Nothing should be free.
Yeah.
You gotta hustle. You gotta survive. Yeah. And you gotta grind in this world for the things that you want. Mm-hmm. But I think you should grind, like, if you're gonna grind for the things that you want, grind for the things that you want, doing the things that you want.
Exactly.
Don't sell yourself short. Don't fall into a trap of doing what your parents say because your parents think they know what's best. Your parents know what's best for your parents, for themselves.
Exactly.
They don't know what's best for you because you're your own individual person. You have your own experiences. You have your own life. You have your own things that you've been through.
Yeah.
They don't know what you've been through. They know pieces of it, but they're not living in your skin. So, like for me, I've had one full-time job in my entire life. I've only ever worked in an office once in my entire life. I got fired after a month. It was the happiest day of my life. I was so happy. I was like, yo, it sucks that I'm unemployed.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that I'm not working in this office. No, I'm not knocking anybody that works a stable job of working in the, your 8 to 4, 9 to 5 lifestyle. Like, I get it. Everybody's got to do what they got to do to survive. It's not for me. It's never been for me because I have too much energy and my ADHD to be sitting in front of a fucking computer and crunching numbers and then having your dickhead of a boss be like, oh, I need that report. Like, yeah, it's coming. No, I need it now. Like, yeah. You're going to get it when you get... Like, I don't know. I've never...
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
sense,
this is what I imagine office life to be. Like, you're in a cubicle and you got your family photos up and like... And like, I get it. Like, you're looking at the family photos because you're like, well, I'm working for my kids. I'm working for my wife. I'm working for my dog. I'm working to make sure that I have this lifestyle. But like, to me, that's just boring, bro. Yeah. That is boring. And again, everybody's got to do what they got to do. But personally, I'd rather be a sanitary engineer, also known as a garbage person, than working out. Because like, I'm on the road, I'm doing something, I'm throwing trash. You might find some cool shit in the trash. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and it's just an office being confined to 4 corners. It ain't it for me, man. It ain't it. So
I remember like watching this thing on Denzel and was he a garbage man and a mailman, right? And he's like, you could do your shift in 3 hours or 8-hour job in 3 hours as a garbage man, or as a mailman, 8 hours you need to stretch out. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it was like those adventures that came with his experiences helped him get to where he is now. Like, so yeah, why not? Like, why do you... I personally, I've done it. I never want to do it again. I don't want to be in a cubicle. Yeah. I feel like my creativity doesn't belong in a cubicle.
And that's the thing. When you're a creative person, when you have a creative spirit and a creative soul, you need to do something to art. Everybody, I believe, on this planet is meant to be creative. You know, people bring life into this world. That's creation. People build things. That's creation. People do things. Like, we all are creators. Yeah. It's just, does it speak to you? Is the voice loud? Is the pull loud? Or is it quiet? For you, being a creator comes in the kitchen. That is art. That is a form of art. From the way you place the food, from the way you mix things up. It's also a bit of science, too. Like, that's all creation. You know what I'm saying? So for you, when you were doing social work, like, okay, cool, but you weren't creating. Like, you were helping other people. Yeah. But now you're creating, you're making food, you're cooking up, bro. And like, I'm not the greatest cook in the world. This is God's honest truth. I can cook a 1-2, I can bust down if I need to. Yeah. But I'm not that guy that's like, yo, I'm doing this thing and here's the drops and here's the parsley and the garnish. Yeah. Like, that's not me.
That's not you. Yeah.
But there have been times where I'm like, yo, let me try something. And I'm like just in the kitchen, I'm in my zone and I'm cooking up and I'm watching a show. And when I used to smoke, I would smoke a ting and I'm like, just the creative juices were flowing. And then you eat the food and I'm like, yo, I made this. Yeah. I created this. So that's how I feel when I'm creating, when I'm doing my podcast. That's how I feel when I'm creating on set and acting. Like, when you have that real big creator inside of you, you want to just create. Bro, you have to answer the call. You have to go. You'll be miserable if you don't.
It's true. It's true. Do you find it like tying the art into acting or the art into hospitality, like that helps your creative juices flow?
100%.
Yeah.
I just saw this fun, like literally I just saw this funny video today where this girl was like, she made this video where it's like, being a server is basically doing improv at this point. And like one of the things was like, one of the things they said is like, can I get you anything else? And like $1 million. And she's like, that's right. Like you just sometimes have to you just gotta go with it. You gotta go with it. Yeah. And what I find being a server, it helps me to really listen and to anticipate the needs of people and to read body language. I'm understanding, like, when I see people come in and they look a little closed off. Yeah. Now I'm like, okay, how do I get you to bring your walls down? How do I get you to open up? So I might start with a joke. Or if I see a group of women and they look like they're good, I say, are we celebrating today? Or we just having a girls' night out? And for the most part, we're just having a girls' night out. I say, hey, man, we need a little girls' night out. No men stressing us out tonight, right? Or whatever the case may be. You just make jokes. And it's that just connection. It's just about opening people up, right? Or when people say, oh, yeah, we're celebrating our anniversary. I go, how many years? They tell me, oh, my God, congratulations, man. I hope to hit that many years. Like, make them feel good for hitting this many years, right? It's just really, like, understanding people. And what I find now, because I'm doing that and reading people's body language and understanding them, when it comes down to my acting, when I'm breaking down the scene, when I'm reading the scene, or when I'm in a scene with somebody else, it's really forcing me not to think about what I'm going to say, but to think about how are you feeling in this moment and understanding how you're feeling in this moment. And that dictates how I deliver my lines. Yeah.
You're working your magic today. I'm kicking back. I can listen to you all day, honestly.
Oh, I appreciate that, man.
Did you go to, like, whether it's, like, you know how, like, our jobs, we go to train and whatnot. Did you go, have you trained for acting? Like, did you go to acting school? Or did you go to, culinary school or hospitality or anything like that? Like, did you go to school or were you self-made always?
Yeah. No, I actually did go to school. I went to school for broadcasting and film from 2009 to 2012. Yeah. The reason I went, and that's the thing, this is why I said, don't do things for your parents. Because I originally wanted to go to acting school. I wanted to go to school and get, like, a degree as an actor. But because my mom was like, oh, it's not really a real job. You're not going to really make a living. Yeah. I was like, okay, what can I do to still stay in the arts, but, like, you know, be a little loose with it, whatever. I ended up going to school for broadcasting and film because I was like, okay, at least I'll still be, like, in the entertainment industry to some regard. And I'm glad I went to that school. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm really glad I met some dope people. But it wasn't what I wanted to do. Like, the program taught a lot about being a radio host, or taught a lot about how to run like a show in the studio, or how to make movies. Which I will say, I will give applaud because it was a very hands-on program. Yeah. Because of that, I learned how to make movies. I learned the technical side of things, like things that you don't think about as an actor. Like, even one big thing in acting is something called continuity, right? Okay. So let's say we're shooting a scene, like this is the scene right here, we're having a conversation, and then there's a moment where I pick up my water bottle in the scene, and, you know, I take a drink from it at that specific moment, and I put it back down. Yeah. As an editor, you want to cut in that moment of, like, okay, he picked up his water at that specific, he took a drink, but when he took the drink, you were talking at that moment, so it's like, okay, how do I cut it? But I liked his reaction. But then if there's multiple moments where I'm picking up the cup throughout the thing, it's like, why is he picking up the cup so damn much? So now you got to cut around that. Yeah. So something I realized, continuity of the things that I do, if I keep doing it the same way every single take, it'll help people. And I've had people come up to me like, yo, thank you for that, because of the way you did it every single take, I'm going to be able to use it that same way. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, like, beautiful. So that's, like, one of the things that I'm really glad that I learned from being in this program. Another thing that I'm, like, really thankful for is I learned how to edit. I didn't know anything about editing. Yeah. So I took that in that program.
My stomach's growling right now.
You're getting hungry, huh?
I'm hungry. I'm starving and, like, grab this shit. Sorry, yo. I didn't mean to do this.
Nah, I was like, yo, you mad at me?
No, damn. No, I didn't. I was hungry, man. I'm starving. I didn't have breakfast today.
Nah, you came straight. You said, yo, I gotta get this.
My boy came through. I gotta be there.
Yeah. Oh, man, no, I had to pull up.
I promise I'll be good after.
Yeah, I was saying, like, with the editing, like, I didn't know anything about editing whatsoever, and, like, realizing, editing is a really important part.
It's a real thing, yeah.
Like, and everything takes an edit, bro. From podcasting to TV shows to live show, like, everything is an edit. And I'm like, I'm glad I understood that. But yeah, I went to school for broadcasting and film, and after I graduated, I realized I don't actually want to do anything outside of acting. I just want to act. So I just always took classes. And unfortunately, I never got the opportunity. It was one of my biggest regrets. No, I don't want to say regret. I don't want to live with regrets. But one of the biggest things, and not, like, I'm not too old. Like, I can still do it. But I wish when I was younger, I went to acting school. Okay. But I do believe that everything that I've done up to this point has been for a reason. Like, whatever the reasoning is, it's just taking me there, you know, like, because if I went to acting school, your heart. Yeah, you know, and I believe that God puts you on a path, whatever that path is, it's gonna lead you to where you need to get to ultimately, you know, because if I didn't serve, you and I would have never met. Never. You know what I'm saying? Never. Like, if I gave up on trying to become a server, we would have never connected. You know what I mean? Never. I locked eyes with you the first day, and I was just like, I'm gonna be friends with that dude. That's gonna be my friend. The homie, yeah. You know, that's my homie. Yeah. No, for real. Like, I appreciated meeting you at that time, like, open arms. Like, I came back from, I think at the time I just come back from Brooklyn. So I was, like, immersed in my people. Mm-hmm. I was feeling good. I was fulfilled. And then when I got there, I was like, I gotta find my folks. Yeah. I found you. There wasn't many of us there, man. There was not many of us. No. Yeah. No. I find that, and I think the language, too, wasn't there as well. Like, the language that certain peers spoke to each other, the language, different, how people walked in their truth. And so for me at that time, I don't think I was ready and open to receive all that, but I was ready to receive you. So I appreciate you. You changed my life at that moment. Oh, I'm glad I was able to do that, man. And like, it's what I was going to say is, in the service industry, for the most part, there's not really a lot of people that tend to look like us, especially as servers. Most places I've worked at, if I'm the only one, usually I'm the only one. Yeah. Maybe one other person, you know what I'm saying? There was one spot that I worked at, and I think it's the only place that I've worked at with that many black people. Maybe it was like 10 of us. I was like, yo, that's crazy that there's so many of us in this one spot. Yeah. I've never seen that many before, especially as servers. Yeah. So it's nice when you see someone that looks like you, because there's like a familiarity, there's a connection, right? And not to say that I can't connect with other people, I can, but there's a way that we speak, there's a way that we talk, there's a way that we operate, there's just things that we do and say that we just get. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, just like the way there's things that other cultures do and say that they just get. And it's just a cultural thing. It just makes sense, yeah. Yeah, it's just a cultural thing. Folks, yeah. And like, you can't hate somebody or dislike somebody for the fact that they just have a cultural understanding of each other. Like, I cannot knock Asian people, like Japanese people, for understanding specific things in their culture. I'm not a Japanese dude. I love the Japanese culture. But there are things that are innately within the Japanese culture that another Japanese person will understand, or another Filipino person will understand, or things that even white people will understand that I can't fathom it. I'm like, oh, I don't get it. But it's because I'm not white, you know what I mean? Yeah. But there are things that black people do, I'm like I get it. I can connect. Here's one that's real. Okay. It happened yesterday. Give me an example. I'm at church yesterday, right? Yeah. I'm at church yesterday, and there was a situation where there was a bunch of people on, like, the stage. They were on the platform, and then they were like, oh, I guess, because our pastor was talking. So the pastor was just kind of going on a tangent. So they were like, okay, we're going to go and sit down because we're not going to sing yet. And then as they sat down, I kid you not, maybe like 30 seconds after, the pastor goes, all right, we're going to get up and, like, sing. And one of the girls, she couldn't tell, but I could see her face. And she did one of these. She went, like, looking at the invisible camera. And I'm like, I get that, because that's something that we just do. Yeah, it's just a face that we make. We're like, yo, we were standing for so long. It's so natural. Bro, I was cracked. I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, yo, and I texted her immediately. I was like, bro, your face when it happened. But it's just like, it's such a black person thing when something's going a certain way and then it changes instantly and you're like, bro, we were ready for this thing the entire time. Like, come on. Yeah. It's just the faces that we make, or like the things that we, like, I know that I'm like, yes, no, I know what you were thinking in that moment. Wild, like, you know, so it's just like, that's a cultural thing that I truly do understand, you know? Yeah. So yeah, just like small things like that. It's weird though. Like, I feel like with the folks around me right now, I don't have like a lot of like my community around me, right? So it's like, but I've trained my squad that cook around me to know my reactions and to know what I'm thinking. And so they're almost becoming like me. And so it's kind of weird, but like, I get it. I get what you're saying. I get like culturally, like upbringing, all that makes sense, like to the person you become, right? And so for you, like I hear a lot of God, like what's that look like for you? Yeah, I mean, I wasn't always like so deep. I don't want to overstep either. No, have to, like, talk whatsoever. No, man, like I never used to, I mean, okay, I grew up in the church, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a big believer of, if you're going to find God, you need to find God on your own. You cannot put it on anybody. You can't force it on anybody. You can't make them believe whatever. You have to, whatever it is, you have to have an experience for yourself. And growing up in the church, I was at church 3 days a week. Sundays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Bro, you're a kid. You just want to be a kid.
Absolutely.
I'm not trying to be in church. Fine, you want to take me on Sundays? I'm cool with the Sunday. Wednesday nights, yo, I've been at school all day. Let me enjoy my time at home. Like, let me watch some TV. Friday night, bro. Friday nights when people want to be outside. You want to be outside in the summertime playing with your friends. You want to be doing... No, you got to go to church. You got to go to church. You got to go to church. And it's like, cool. I understand like what you're trying to do. But when you force something down anyone's throat, it actually makes them turn away from it. You can't force it. So for me, because
like
I had
they do this, they like run away almost.
Yeah. And so because I had been so forced fed, like going to church and like, you gotta come, you gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go. At a certain point, I'm like, why do I gotta go so much? Like, let me live my life. Yeah. So I turned away from going to church, but I always had my faith in God. And then as I got older, throughout life, I realized, man, like having money is great. Having material things are cool. Having all these things, but none of this shit, like none of this matters, bro. Like this building's not going to be here probably in another 200 years. Something else is probably going to be here. The house that we live in right now, someone else is going to be living in that house in probably another 60, 70 years. You know, the car that we drive, that car is going to probably be in a junkyard and there's going to be other cars on the highway. Like none of this shit matters. What matters is how you connect with people, how you make people feel, and your connection to the great creator, to God. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I'm also a believer in like Jesus Christ. Like I believe that Jesus came, he died for our sins, and he came to like literally make us love one another and just be amazing. That's like, I really do believe that. I really, really believe that. And so a big thing for me is God has given me the ability and the power to love other people and not judge people and not condemn people. And I think that's a big thing is a lot of faith, especially like the old religion, not the old religion, but the way people treated the religion, like the old people. Am I saying that right? The old heads. There we go. Yeah. The old heads, the way they treated religion, there was a lot of condemning. And I'm like, yo, you can't condemn. Only God can judge. And I'm not God. God's ways are higher than our ways. We're just like, you ever been to the beach and you looked at sand? And like, you ever picked up a grain of sand? Have you ever done that before? Like, just picked up sand? Yeah. But you see all the sand on the ocean, you can't count it, right? No. And if you think about it, that's what we are in this galaxy. We literally, like we're literally on a floating rock in space. Bro, we're, like when you think about that, we're on a rock in space, and then you got people out here thinking they're better than people because they got more money than somebody. You shit and you bleed red and you're going to die. None of this matters. But what matters is how you treat people and your connection with the creator. That, to me, is the most important thing. So for me, it's like, that's why faith
comes hand in hand for you.
It comes hand in hand. That's why faith for me is a very big thing. And I know God is real, and I've seen God, and I felt God. And, bro, the fact that you and I are sitting here in this moment, why are we not sitting, like, why were we not slaves? You know what I mean? Like, how are you and I not slaves in this moment? Because we know this happened. But we're here able to sit down and have a fucking conversation. Yeah, it's wild. Bro, sorry for swearing, but
you're like, allowed to. Like, it's totally like express yourself.
You know what I mean? But like, you know how wild that is, bro? Yeah. The fact that you met your wife, bro, and like, how did you meet your wife? Where did you meet her?
Oh, like we were opening a hotel, and we happened to work in the same department. Okay. And I was like going through some change in my life, and I wasn't ready for love, and I was just like, I was okay with connecting with folks, but I wasn't ready to let people in yet. Right. So I was like working on me, doing a little bit of therapy, developing me, self, right? Self. I was looking inwards. Cause like...
The most important thing, you can't love others.
The same thing you were talking about, breakups and all that, right? Stuff, right? And like, yeah, I wasn't ready for anything. So met as friends, built that friendship, built that connection. We weren't religious at all. Sure. Like, I grew up super hardcore Muslim, right? Super hardcore. Like, but I understand the basis of religion. I understand, like, be a good person, find human connections, respect one another, love one another.
Easy stuff.
Pay it forward. Right. Take care of your village. Take care of your community. That's all I know, right? Just like, and she was the same. Like, she never been with a girl before.
Was she Muslim too, or?
No, she's just like, same as you. Like, God.
Yeah.
Like, same. Went to church every Sunday. Did the Wednesday thing. Did the Friday thing. Right? Always in the church. So yeah, like, she was just open to friendship. And then we just developed from there. And like...
something deeper.
Yeah.
Right. So look at that. That to me, bro, that's love, bro. God is love. Mm-hmm. So like what are the chances of you meeting her at that specific...
Exactly.
So that for me is like just, I look at it and I'm like, man, God is beautiful. God's got him, bro. God knows what God's doing, and that's it, bro. All I can do is cool. just submit.
Do you feel like when you talk about religion, people, like, especially, let's say, like, you're in a servery, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're in a servery, you're just connecting with a friend. You're talking about, like, hey, I had a great time at church today.
Mm.
This is the message. Do you feel like other people listening in are like, this guy's super... I've actually never really got, like, crazy deep conversations like that. I might, like, sprinkle a little bit, like, oh yeah, like, I was at church today, or, I believe in God, or, like, just small little things. Because, like I said, I'm never gonna force it on anybody. If you ask me questions, I respect that even more. Yeah,
bro. You should never force anything on anybody. But if someone takes an interest, you're like, why? Why do you believe in God? I'll give you an answer. I'll tell you why. Why do you believe in Jesus? I'll give you an answer. I'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? But I'll never force it on a person. I'll never ever, because one of my sisters, she's Muslim.
Yeah.
And I do believe that Muslims and Christians were, like, so similar. Muslims, Christians, and Jews, bro, we're all like it's and, like, this is why, like, them beefing right now. I'm like, y'all weird. Realize y'all are the same people? It's wild to me. It makes no sense. But weird. it's like my sister, she's Muslim, and I love sitting down and talking to her about, like, why Islam for you, why this, why that, and we just have good conversation. And I feel like people get uncomfortable when it comes to religion, because a lot of the times, like I said, the older generation, you force it on people. You're not supposed to force it on anybody. You just talk about it and let them do whatever they want. They want to accept it, cool. They don't, also cool. But just, God is love, and you just love people. You're supposed to love people. You're not supposed to judge. You're not supposed to condemn. Because even, like, in the faith, right? A lot of people, like my niece, she's married to a woman. You're married to a woman. The old heads are out here condemning, saying, oh, you're going to hell in this. Bro, I don't believe that. Because God works in everybody in very mysterious ways. I don't know how God operates. But God is love. And if you can love your wife, bro, that's love. That's God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, again, I don't know. I'm not God.
No, it's true.
I'm not God.
It's true.
But I just have to love and respect everybody.
I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Okay, great. We got into the God situation. We, like, went down the rabbit hole with that one. Bro. I love it. I'm all about, like, love is love. You know, the universe, like, put some shit out there, get it back. Vice versa. Karma's, Karma is real, bro. Karma's real. Karma is very real. So it's real. Like, people will always remember how you affected them, right? For sure. So, all right, tell me about a time in, like, a work situation, right? Mm-hmm. And it could be acting, it could be, like, serving, whatever situation. What was a time you felt like things didn't fit right, or things didn't feel right, or a weird situation happened to you?
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep it with serving, because, like,
of course.
Acting, I mean, there's weird situations in every job. Like, I've had weird situations with acting, but definitely with serving, there's been weird situations where it's just like, you get a table. So I got really slammed on a Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. We were busy. And
how many covers?
3 something.
I don't really.
Yeah.
300 on a Saturday.
300 and something. Yeah, bro. We get slammed.
Yeah.
It was like 300 and something covers. I think it was like 350. Yeah. And they had me at the front of the restaurant, and so everybody wants to sit in the back of the restaurant. Everybody wants to turn up in the back.
That's the vibe back there.
That's where the party is, right? So I'm in the front of the restaurant, and it's the space that people don't really want to sit, but you want to come out, you want to have a good time, you want to experience, sure, whatever. And we don't have any essays at work. Essays, for people that don't know, are server assistants.
So like support staff.
No support.
No
support.
Nothing.
Because they all quit. We have like 3 of them left, 3 or 4 of them left.
They're a dying breed.
Bro, it's bad. It's like a lot of them, and I realize a lot of places people quit as server assistants because it's like, yo, we're not making any money, because they see the servers making money. And if you're a server, grease your server assistants' pockets. Give them a little $20, yo, at the end of the night. Yo, thanks. Or the next time you see them, thanks for helping me, so they feel appreciated.
Yeah, and they're always going to come help you.
They're always
going to come to you.
Always.
Yeah, put something in their pocket.
You know what I'm saying? Put a little extra in their pocket. So I'm getting slammed.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to do all the things that I could. And I had this group of girls, and I was like trying to be on top of them and take care of them and stuff. Mm-hmm. But because I didn't have any support, I'm at the front of the restaurant. I gotta walk all the way to the back of the restaurant to drop off plates or to get drinks and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I'm going all the way one way to come back, and then by the time I come back, my table needs something. So it's not really ideal for me as a server. My table got like pissed off. One girl didn't tip me, and the other two people only tipped me like $4. Bro, I get it. I get it. They were pissed off, bro, but there's only so much I can do. And what I realized from that standpoint, you could see how busy we were. Like, I'm not gonna say like they couldn't see how busy we were. Like, we were slammed. However, they don't know that we don't have any support. They just only know like, oh, this person's not giving us the attention that we should be getting.
Yeah, but it's like big homie forgot me.
You know what I mean? But it's like, no, I didn't forget you. Yeah. It's just, this table is asking me all these questions. That table wants to put their order in. These girls over here want to get their order. I'm trying to check up on these people. Plus, I got another table over here. Then I got to run all the way to the back because when a table orders bottles, guess what I got to do? I got to go pop the bottles. I got to get the sparklers. Got to ask people to come and help me. So I got to make sure it looks like it's a good time, right? Because they're paying for the service. And if they're paying a little bit more cash, we got to make sure, they literally want us to make sure that they're having a good time. So it's just like a whole medley of things just falling down. And so like I'm not able to deliver the top quality service that I normally can just due to the fact that we don't have support. So now it's looking like I don't care about this table and that I'm a bad server, which isn't the case. So that was something that was kind of messed up that happened to me.
I'm sorry. If they're watching right now, what would you say to them?
Sorry that you had a bad time. But we don't have any support. If we had support, I would have been able to deliver better service.
I'm sorry. That was a message. I'm sorry.
Sorry, man.
But it's all good, man. Like, is there any other, like, situations where, like, you couldn't defuse the situation and you were just like, I gotta walk away?
Nah, for the most part, I'm pretty good at diffusing situations. I've never had any crazy issues. Like, I've never even had anyone, like, try to fight me or anything, so I'm good.
No, good.
But I'm too chill.
You're such a vibe.
I also don't care. Like, listen, I have my stresses. Like, if I lose my job, shit, what am I gonna do? But I've lost my job before. I'm here. I'll figure it out. I'll always figure it out. Like, I'm never not going to be without. And I've also gotten much smarter with my money, too. Like, significantly smarter. I have investments now. I save. I put money aside. I don't just blow out cash. Like, because like I said, none of this shit matters, bro.
Yeah. How do you arrive ready? Like, whether it's here or here every day? You can take it as you want. Like, how do you arrive ready?
I start off my mornings usually with, like, prayer and meditation. And just remind myself of what's important in life. And I try not to let things get me down because life is going to life. You know what I mean? People are going to die. Friendships are going to be lost. You're going to fall in love. You're going to, you're going to hurt yourself. You might break a bone. You're going to burn yourself. You're going to have a good day. Something's going to make you smile. Like, life is going to life. I heard this thing where it was an actor talking about a session with his therapist. And the therapist said, if your life is like an EKG, I think it was called EKG machine. Yeah. When it's going up and down, that means you're alive. When it's here, you flatlined, it means you're dead. You don't want your life to just be this. You want the ups and downs because it reminds you, oh, I'm alive and I'm human and I'm going to experience things. So to your point, how I arrive mentally and how I arrive, I guess, internally within my heart is... Bro, just knowing life is... Like, I'm not in control of anything, but I'm in control of the things that I can control. Yeah. Like, I can control waking up and being happy. I can control looking in the mirror. And this is something I do. I look in the mirror and I tell myself, yo, you're dope. Yeah. You're good people. You're talented. You don't need validation from other people. You don't need to have people tell you how handsome you are. Like, I tell this to myself. I remind myself, yo, you're handsome. Yo, you're funny. Yo, you're charismatic. Yo, you're kind. I tell this to myself. I don't let the outside world affect the way I live my life. And I'm still human. Like, there are days where I'm like, oh, bro, like, I didn't get that award or I didn't get recognized for this thing. And I'm like, yeah, but I did the thing and I got paid for it. Or, like, I made it to work. Like, especially at work. Especially at work. Service industry. You can have a shitty night. Yeah. Right? You can be getting yelled at by management or like, yo, what's taking long? Bill at your table. What's going on? You made so many mistakes. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. And, like, in the moment, you think, oh, God, I'm going to get fired. But then I'm like, if they fire me for the stupidest thing, great. But am I going to be thinking about, oh, I forgot to ring in a sparkling water from my table on my deathbed? No. So when people start crashing out, Like, in anything in life. There was this one girl. She was crashing out because there was some issues at the bar. It was when the same spot that you and I met at. She was crashing out at the bar. And I was like, why are you stressing about this? Because this and this and this. I said, yo, hold on, breathe. We're going to get you ice. We're going to get all these things. You're a little bit behind on drinks. But let me ask you, do you think on your deathbed you're going to be sitting there thinking, yo, I didn't make this guy's drink on time? Bro, what? No. You're going to be thinking about, did I spend enough time with my kids if you want kids?
Yeah.
Did I touch my family?
Yeah.
Did my mom know that I love her? Did my dad know that I loved him? Did my sister know that I loved her? Those are the things you're going to be thinking about. I mean, sitting there just before you black out permanently. Damn. I didn't get this guy his rum and coke. Yeah. I didn't make his Negroni. Fuck out of here, bro. That shit don't matter.
Yeah. And do you feel like a lot of people don't think the way you do?
They don't.
How did you get there? Like, what made you think this way?
Experience. True. Life, man. It was after I lost my mom, was the day where I really realized, where it hit me, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
I always knew I was going to die. And I think we all know it. But we don't address it. We don't talk about it. And I was listening to this other podcast. This guy was saying that he thinks when you become 18 years old, once you graduate high school, you should volunteer in hospice because it really puts the understanding, oh, we are going to die. And I was like, yo, that's real. Because growing up, like, especially when you're young, you're 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah. Yo, I'm living forever. Yeah. Nothing's going to stop me, bro. Yo, I can't get hurt. I can run in traffic. I can jump out of planes. I can drive fast. I can go deep sea. I can do all these things. It's the illusion that you're going to be young forever. Bro, my bones are going to be good. I'm in my 30s now. My knees are hurting, bro. Yeah. My knees are not what they used to be when I was in my 20s. Yeah. So it's just like that understanding of, yo, we're going to die. And not to get dark or
That's
morbid.
That's so dark, though. Like, I'm going to die tomorrow. Like,
bro, maybe not tomorrow. God forbid, not tomorrow. But we're all going to kick the bucket. Two things in this world that are going to be consistently true. Taxes and death. Yeah. And the minute you are born is the minute you are going to die. Yeah. That is without a doubt. But we don't talk about it enough. We hide that, I think, from society. We don't talk about it with kids. And I think we need to even start at a certain age, start telling kids, about the concept of death so that they have an understanding about what it is and to live your life to the fullest. So it was after finding my mom. I was the one that found my mom. Yeah. And holding her lifeless body. I was like, yo, I'm going to die. Oh, shit. So then I started to bury myself in work. Okay. But then I realized, yo, this isn't it. I was trying to hide something. What I was trying to do was filter out the pain with work when I should have been dealing with the pain and experiencing life. Mm-hmm. Especially in the West, North America, we live in this culture. It's like hustle. Yo, sleep when I die. Bro, sleep when you need to sleep, bro. If you're tired, sleep. Yo, I'm always hustling, bro. It's like a badge of honor. You ever ask somebody, yo, how you doing today? The first thing they say is, yo, I'm tired, bro. I work so much, bro. Yo, and then you respond, yo, bro, I'm tired too, bro. Working all the time. Why are we glorifying working all the time and being tired? Mm-hmm. We should be saying, yo, I went on, how you doing? Yo, I went on this hike in the woods, bro, and I got to breathe in real fresh air. That's what we should be saying. Yo, I went swimming in the lake the other day. It was freezing, but I had a good time, bro. I saw some fish.
Yeah, that's wild,
bro. We don't experience life anymore. We all live on these fucking things, bro. This shit doesn't bro. At work the other day. Yeah. And this is all to your point of how I got here. At work the other day, I saw this girl. It was a group of women, and it was this one girl's birthday. And I came and they were holding the signs and the sparklers, and the one girl, kid you not, was on her phone, holding her phone up like this, right? The birthday girl's over here, and she's holding her phone up like this, and we're behind the girl with the phone and the sparklers, and she's holding it up, and she's like, look at me. Even though it's this girl's birthday, she doesn't even turn to the girl and being like, yo, it's my girl's birthday. It's like, look at me, I'm on me. And kind of turned a little bit to her, but then turned back. People are selfish, bro. People are selfish. People don't care about each other because of this. We look at ourselves so much now. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, We looked at a mirror and then that was it. Like, we didn't have a phone to check what was in our teeth unless somebody told you, yo, you got spinach in your teeth. Mm-hmm. People are just so selfish. People don't care about others the way that we used to care about others. We're all into ourselves. And it's like, no, man, real love and real community comes from outside. It's
stay in the moment.
Yeah, man. It's about being selfless. It's about being of service. When you realize that the best, most fulfilling thing is being of service. Yeah. Is helping somebody. That's what it is for me, man. It's like I said, none of this shit matters. Not to say that I don't want to be wealthy. Money helps. Like, money helps with a lot of things. Yeah. You know, if someone gets sick, I can help take care of them. Or I can take my family on a vacation. Like, hey, you guys worked really hard. You've been doing phenomenal in your life. Let's go on a vacation. You can do things, right? Yeah. Money helps, but it's not the end all. And I find even for myself, like growing up, I really wanted to have like a lot of awards and accolades and success, but you can't fill the internal void with external accolades. Like you were saying when you were working on yourself and you were like, you weren't ready to date or be in a relationship. If you can't love you, you can't love others. Mm-hmm. So you have to work on loving yourself. When you learn to love yourself.
And people see that, right? Like, people see through that. Like, if you don't love yourself, see it. People will know.
The people will know.
They'll call you out.
Yeah, they will.
It's not the authentic you.
It's not. And a lot of people don't know how to be their authentic selves.
It's true.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
I just want people to get back to themselves. Yeah. People to disconnect. Get off your phone.
What's your zodiac sign? I had to stop this for a minute because I'm connecting so heavy right now.
Aquarius.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about signs, so if you know something,
perfect. No, you're good.
I don't know anything about signs.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I know the signs, but I don't know the compatibility.
No, you're good.
I never cared about that shit. I was like, whatever. Not to say that there's not truth to it. I do believe there is truth to it. Like, I've looked up some of the stuff about Aquarius. I'm like, oh yeah, that's pretty me.
That's pretty you.
Yeah.
But you go by you. You're self-made. So you arrive by getting like affirmations. You arrive by connecting your head with your soul, right?
Yeah.
You stay in the moment. All right.
You have to stay in the moment.
Yeah.
Connecting with other human beings is how we've survived this long. Is how we've made it to the year 2026. Is through connection. Is through speaking to other people and asking about themselves and being authentic and like opening up. Being in a place where you allow yourself to allow other human beings into your life. Mm-hmm. You'll go back to our ancestors, right? Like, you're in the bush, I'm in the bush, and then you're hunting for a rabbit, and then you see me, and you're like, wait, who are you? I don't know you. And then I come to you with my palms open, like, no, I'm not a threat. I'm just hunting too. And then I'm like, we can hunt the rabbit together. And you're like, okay. And you're a little weary, but then instead of catching the rabbit, we catch a deer together. And then we're like looking at each other, and we cut the deer in half, and I'm like,
Yeah, you take half.
Now you take half, I take half. And the next time I see you in the wild, it's like, where's your village? You're a little weary. Where's my village? Okay, and we talk a little bit, and then we form society and civilization, and then that's how we grow and continue on. But now, we're actually more disconnected than we've ever been because people send each other reels or like talk to each other a lot on social media, but you're not connecting with each other. When last did certain people say, yo, like, let's get on a phone call, let's talk?
Yeah.
When last did someone say, let's go get a coffee? People are like, I find a lot of people, yo, let's do something. Yeah, let's do something.
And then like 6 months goes by.
Nothing ever happens. I'm very much like, yo, what's your you say, yo, let's do something? What's your schedule like? Oh, yo, I'm going to message you. Tell me your schedule.
I like that.
And then if I reach out and you're like, yo, I can't. All right, cool. I've tried it.
Say less.
Yeah. I'm going to keep it moving. I'm not gonna beg you to sit down and have a coffee.
Yeah, don't make me chase you down. Like, I'm not about that life.
I won't do it.
Like, my best self, I'm not gonna lie to you, my best self is being alone. So if I'm pushing myself to the uncomfortable, please make an effort to get back to me.
Yeah.
The hardest thing right now for me is like actually, like, I struggle with balance, right? Like, I struggle with time. I struggle with balance and time because I'm a chef first.
Sure.
I'm also like, let's start again. I'm not just a chef. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a cousin. I'm an auntie. I'm a friend. I'm a leader in my community. And like, I'm a chef. But like, my passion takes over like 5 to 7 days a week. And then I make time for hobbies, friendships, and da-da-da-da. And so I think, like, for me, if I'm reaching out to you and I'm like, fam, let's, like, link up, let's like I said to you, like, come through, like, please.
Yeah.
I would love to have you on the show.
Right.
And so, like, I want the same effort. I don't want to see a reel.
Yeah.
Stop sending me these little
reels, you know what I mean?
Real talk, like, most days, I'm not looking at my DM. I'm not looking on Instagram every day. I'm not, unless it's, like, work-wise and, like, we got to use our time wisely, but that's about it. Like, if I can get off my phone, if I can be secluded in the forest, just cooking in a fire.
Right. Simple life, bro. And sometimes that's what it is. Sometimes you just need to get back to the simple life. Yeah. I think everybody needs to do it at least once so they can experience it. They need to just get back to the simple life. And
simplicity.
And realize what actually matters. I try to even detox from Instagram sometimes for like a couple months. I remember the longest I think I went off without it was like 3 months. Bro, I didn't know what was going on in the world. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't feel like I was missing anything. Like day 1, I would like open my phone. I'm like, oh, wait, I deleted the app. Day 2, same deal. But then as the days go by, I found myself doing other things. Mm-hmm. I will say though, what ended up happening was I went from using Instagram to Facebook more.
Okay.
So I was trying to filter in, right? It's like when people give up for dry January, no alcohol.
Yeah.
Stats show that people do more like edibles. So it's like you're giving up one vice for another vice. Mm-hmm. Where we should be giving up the vice for life. Mm-hmm. Being outside, connecting with people. That's what it is. It's like finding that balance. And having a phone is a good thing to have. Being on the internet is a good thing to have. They're tools, but don't let them consume you. Yeah. And kind of to what I was saying earlier about like lacking connection. A lot of men, not me, like not my people, but I hear how a lot of men don't know how to have conversations with women. Yeah. Apparently, sex amongst men is at an all-time low. They don't know how to connect. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to court women. They don't know how to ask them out on dates. It's bad, bro. And like I talk to a lot of my female friends. I'm like, yo, how's dating going? They're like, trash, ass. Nobody knows how to date. And I'm like, really? It's like it's not that hard. Have a conversation, plan something, go out and do something. Plan a date. That's it. Mm-hmm. You know, buy them flowers. Like it's not that hard, but it is that hard. And now with AI, people are like having AI girlfriends, bro.
Cool.
Cool?
I'm like, no, I just like cool. Like
like sarcastic. I got you.
I'm not here to judge. Like I'm here, like.
And here's the problem with that. Having an AI partner, they're never gonna fight with you. They're never gonna tell you you're wrong. You ever use ChatGPT? Have you ever used it?
Yeah, of course. I've
used it, and I realized ChatGPT will always agree with me. I've noticed it's like always agreeable.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not right. It's always going to feed into yourself.
There's no back and forth.
No. And like if I have an AI girlfriend, she's going to do all the things I want. She's going to tell me all the things I want. It's like pornography. I think porn is a pandemic on the world because it gives you instant gratification without having to work for anything. You can go look up whatever category you want and find any type of woman you want and then go and self-please yourself. But you didn't earn any of that. It's just, I watched it on a screen, you know, and now I feel good about myself. But it's not real. Versus like, bro, there's something so beautiful about, hey, like I'm into you. Like, how do I navigate this? Okay. Then I go, yo, let me ask her out to hang out. You want to hang out sometime? And she goes, yeah, let's hang out. Okay, cool. Like, let's go get a coffee. Like, I want to get to know who you are more as a person. Or like, yo, I'm having a party. You want to come? Yeah, sure. Then like you're like waiting for the person at the party, and then you see her. Yeah, I'm at the party. You see her come. You're like, oh my gosh, she's here. And I'm speaking for myself. Like, I'm speaking from like my perspective, and I'm like, yo, she showed up to the party. Or I'll speak about even my specific girlfriend, like a specific moment where she asked me to hang out one time and I couldn't. So then I followed up with her. I was like, hey, you want to go grab lunch? And she came and we sat down and had lunch. And then I walked her to her workplace. And like, that was beautiful. This was before we started dating. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's just like, that was a good time that we had together. And then she's like, you want to go watch a movie? We go watch a movie. And then we like sit a little close to each other and like just kind of seeing what's up. And then like I touch her, then I move a bit, then she touches me. And then we just stay there. Like, oh, there's something happening here. And then, you know, we go back to my place, but we're like, nothing's happening. We're just hanging out. And then we're like getting ready to leave. And then I walk her to her car. And then you're like, oh, I guess I'm going to go for the kiss. And you go for the kiss. And it's like, am I going to be rejected or am I going to be accepted? And then you get accepted. You're like, yo, like, that's the best thing in the world because now you've earned it. Yeah. But then you go and you watch porn or you have your AI girlfriend and she's like, oh my God, I love you. Like, What did you do to earn the love? Nothing. And I'm worried that when we get to this point where we have AI robots, these guys are going to have AI girlfriend robots that just do everything for them. And they're not going to do anything. And they're going to be lazy and out of shape. And they're just going to be like, well, why don't you want to talk to a real woman where I have my AI bot 3000, my fembot 3000 doing all the things for me. She's pleasing me. She's giving me head. She's giving me vagina. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they'll cook. Or, you just type in the order for Uber Eats and it comes like I find people don't work hard for things as much anymore.
Like you feel like people are losing that connection.
We're losing the connection. We're losing how to work hard for things. Yeah. Everyone's losing it.
I feel like, I don't know if I could relate to that a little bit. I don't think...
Because you're a hustler.
No, because I don't know if I could relate to that a little bit. Because I see I'm you're in Toronto, right? I'm in Kitchener-Waterloo right now. So it's people, I see those connections. I see people following up. I see people asking people on dates. And it's I see those things. And so maybe different perspectives, maybe city life opposed to this city, you know what I mean? Different environments, right?
That's true.
And so, and also the people around you too, the connections around you and the sources you're receiving. Like you said, that person, when they arrive at work, how are you today? I'm tired. No. When I ask, how are you today? It's I'm my best self today. I did this, and that for myself before I arrived at work. Or I got this meditation in. So it's I feel I hear different conversations because I just talk to people all day. I love talking.
Sure. That's why you have a podcast.
Yeah. I love if I feel a connection with you, I'm gonna talk to you, I'm gonna get to know you.
Right.
And so if you're opening the dialogue with I'm tired, I'm gonna be deuces, I don't need to hear this conversation.
Right.
Okay, you're tired, go drink some water, go for some fresh air, let's reset again, And so I think it's important for you too, to be curious a little bit more, to be but why did you answer this way?
Oh, I always ask these questions. Oh, always.
Okay.
I'm not I can't do small talk. I don't like small. How's the weather? Did you watch the game last night?
But do you feel sometimes you miss a moment by doing the small talk? I think
it depends on where. It depends on
you're building that rapport.
Yeah. It depends on where I am and what's going on. But for the most part, I like to ask people things like, "What's something in your life that's exciting you right now?" I don't like asking, "How are you?" I like to ask, "What are you doing that's exciting you in your life right now?"
Yeah.
Because now it's making you think. Or did you do anything that was thrilling this weekend that really inspired you? Or I ask, what books are you reading right now? Or what podcast are you listening to? And then they answer, what are you gaining from that? I like to ask deeper questions to start to understand people. Because it's so easy to be surface. It's so easy to say, especially in passing, hey, how are you? I'm okay. How are you doing? I'm okay. Okay, good seeing you. It's very surface.
It's true.
So now I make a conscious effort whenever I see someone to try to at least connect with them on a deeper level, to understand them on a deeper level, to have a deeper connection with them, Because life's about connection. And I'm not going to connect with everybody. It's impossible. It's truly impossible because there are some people that are just closed off or that are just not receptive to certain energies. And I got to be okay with that.
Yeah.
Do
you feel your energy gives off open?
Well, I'm way too open.
I want everybody.
I'm way too open. But I love people. I think people are dope. I think human beings have so much to say and so much story, and it's just a lot of people are not given the time to ask things or to express themselves, and I think people need to learn to express themselves more. Yeah. It's
true. That's wild.
Yeah.
All right. Where do you see I don't want to jump too far in advance. Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
I don't know.
I know you want
alive.
That's perfect. You can answer as you please, the way you see, please, the way you want.
Man, all right. In a perfect, ideal world,
there's no such thing.
Exactly.
All right.
There isn't. But I would love to be podcast. I would love to have more podcast episodes. I'd love to be hosting more. I'd love to be getting paid to do my podcast. Yeah. Figuring out how to get sponsorship, and I'd love to be acting significantly more.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you can talk to those sponsors, which ones are you trying to reach out to right now?
Yeah, I don't have a specific sponsor, to be honest with you.
You said a few earlier.
I mean,
a few earlier.
Okay.
You said a few earlier.
All right, I don't. Okay, in that regard, yes.
Yeah.
But I don't have a specific one. But Smart Water.
Yeah.
I would love to get you to sponsor my podcast, so I can stop ripping off the labels, because I'm not gonna sponsor something that doesn't advertise it, that doesn't sponsor it. However,
marketing,
you know what?
Marketing.
See this water bottle right here? It says Netflix on it. Yeah. Because they employed me. They had me in one of their movies. So
okay, wonderful.
I will rep Netflix all day, every day.
I can't rep anything. I'm at my humble beginnings right now. So
as you should be.
No, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you for being honest. One question I like to ask, mostly like chefs, cooks, line cooks, whatnot, because that's where I reach out to mostly. For you, we can go both ways. We can go server or actor or podcaster, which way you want to answer. If you can be one specific ingredient, tool, or resource, pick one of those three. What would you be? What would you be?
So one ingredient, one tool, or one resource.
Server, what ingredient would you be? We're going to touch on all three.
If I was a server... I mean, I am a server, not if I was a server. But if I was a server... As a server, which ingredient? That's a really good question.
I can think about 5 right now. And I'm not even a server.
Yo, probably like a hot pepper.
Hot pepper.
Like a hot pepper.
Why?
Spicy. Keep it alive.
Yeah.
You know, keep the kick. Keeping things as a server. To me, I feel like being spicy, and not like bad spicy, but like flavorful. You know what I'm saying? Like a little, keeps it a little sizzle.
I see what you're saying.
Keeps it going. Yeah. So I think as a server, I'm pepper.
Okay.
Spicy pepper.
As an actor.
As an actor, I am Gold Flakes. Gold
Why?
Flakes. Bro, I shine.
Okay.
I'm confident as a human being already, right? But when I'm doing the thing, and when I'm on set, ain't nobody can talk to me. I just feel, it's like you in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You end up in a flow state, and I end up in a flow state when I'm on a set, and I love it. I love it with all my being and all my spirit and all my soul. And if I could be an actor in every lifetime, I would, because I just love playing characters and diving deep into the human condition and making myself feel something to make people feel something. So Gold Flakes.
You thought of that one?
No, I was on the spot.
You fucking thought of that one. Get out of here. Get out of here. No, just kidding. Okay. Podcaster.
Podcaster?
What would be your, tool or resource that, you need to have with you at all times?
Like a kitchen-based one?
No, it doesn't need to be kitchen. It could just be it could, you talked about smart water or
okay.
the bottled water, anything. It could be from my chair to my mics, my camera, I don't know.
Bro, honestly,
I'll tell you mine after.
You need a good mic. You need good quality sound. And this kind of even goes into acting, because I've seen a movie. I watched this movie one time. It was an independent film, and I think it had a lot of potential. Visually, it was great, but the audio was so bad. When audio is bad, if you're listening to something or watching something, it will take you out because you're sitting there training or trying to figure things out. Mm. Imagine listening to Kanye West is one of my favorite artists of all time. So imagine listening to Kanye West, I Wonder, or what's that one on Late Registration? Make Him Say, Adam Levine. Bro, if the audio on that was ass, bro, I'll be like, this song sucks. Drake started from the bottom. I really like that song. Or Headlines. That audio on that was ass. No one would listen. Michael Jackson, Thriller. Beat it? Bro, if it was ass, nobody would listen.
Yeah.
You could have the greatest music video on the planet. He's out here busting the moon, walking, dancing with the zombies. But if the audio was trash,
then you ain't hear shit.
You ain't listening. No one would care.
That's crazy because we started from humble beginnings and our audio was trash.
Yeah, but you learned from it,
and
right?
we learned and we grew and it's just about having at the end of the day it's about money, right?
Yeah, that's all it is. My audio was garbage in the beginning.
Yeah,
so bad. But then you figure out tools and you learn how to adjust things, and you sometimes I have a person, he helps me kind of fix things. So I send him my audio files. He's not a problem. Boom. He puts it in this AI tool and it cleans it up. I'm like, yo, appreciate it. Perfect. So you just ask people, you support.
All right, that brings me to my next question.
Okay.
All right, you ready? If you could give advice to Ryan Rosary in the past, growing up the way he did, or someone like right now watching and they're like, I could relate to him, what would that advice look like? What would you leave behind in that message?
Live your life for yourself.
Pardon?
Live your life for yourself.
Wonderful.
That's what it is. Don't worry about what your mom thinks. Don't worry about what your friends think. Do what makes you happy.
Mm-hmm.
Live your life for yourself. And, like, follow your dreams to the fullest.
That's beautiful.
Just commit.
That's well said.
Yeah.
What if they're afraid of commitment?
Okay, I can't help you with that. You gotta take the leap of faith, man. Like, you either do it, don't do it, or do it scared.
Yeah.
Fail forward. Fall forward. Because there's a saying. I think it was like a U.S. Navy SEAL. If you were to be dropped into the middle of a forest, the best thing to do is start walking. The worst thing you could do is stay put.
Yeah.
If you're not moving, you're not getting anywhere.
You're dying.
Right?
Yeah.
How do you get to the top of the ladder? And this is like, I don't think it's my quote, but like I like to say it. But I always say, you take it one step at a time. You can't climb a ladder and jump up 2 steps. You'll fall. The ladder will fall. You'll hurt yourself. One step at a time until you reach the top. You're like, oh, I reached the top of the ladder. One step at a time.
I love that. Because, that just circled back everything we were talking about today. You didn't think I was listening, but, like...
No, of course I thought you were listening.
When you first started, like, in serving, or, support staff, or expo, server assistant, whatever, you said that initially, like, you were like, I was ready to serve, I was ready to do this, I was ready to do that, but homeboy got the job, right?
Right.
But do you feel like the universe had a plan for you?
100%.
Because, like, you talked about it, taking one step at a time. And, like, when you're becoming a server or in hospitality, there's certain skill levels you need to develop because you're going to be put into certain situations.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have an ego. Everybody has an ego.
You do?
Everybody has an ego. Like, it's small. Like, I'm aware of it.
Okay.
I think there are people that are not aware of their ego. That's why they operate the way they do in their life.
Yeah.
Every single human being on this planet has an ego. It's how you handle it. My ego back in the day was through the roof. I thought I was literally the best thing beyond slap. I thought I was Jesus himself. Like, that's how big my ego was. I was like, I'm God's favorite. I'm good. I can do no wrong in this world.
Yeah.
But as a server, you kind of have to remove the ego because you need to be able to connect with the person. I would not listen. I wasn't listening. I would speak to speak. I would speak so that I could hear myself. Now, and I mean, like, you're
that's
asking
powerful.
me questions.
No, that's powerful. No.
You're asking me to speak. I'm going to speak, right? Yeah. But, like, even there was a moment where I started listening to you, and I was going to start asking you questions. I'm like, wait.
You can.
Yeah, but, like,
I'm open.
I don't want to turn it into, because that's the interviewer in me as a podcaster.
Okay.
I'm on your podcast to share my insight, right? Yeah. You're asking me the question, so I'm going to share the insight. I'm like, let me chill. Let me let Honey shine. This is Honey's moment to shine. And it's like, it's hard at times, but you want it, but you have to learn give and take. Yeah. So the same thing with being a server. I wasn't ready because I was way too much in my ego. I thought I was the best. I thought I would have been the best server. I probably would have made way too many mistakes. Now I think I'm a great server. I think I'm a phenomenal server.
Because you took that time to develop yourself.
Yeah, because I also care about people more. Yeah. I'm not so self-absorbed. I try to be as selfless and more of service as possible.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Well said. I learned so much about you today.
I have a lot more going on in here, bro.
Can't wait to come visit you on your podcast
one day. You're ready, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm in. Once you start feeling like you want me on, I'm in. But think about it, because I'm a lot to handle outside of this seat.
No, that's okay.
I'm a lot.
Come on,
I'll show you how to love me and everything about me.
Yeah.
I embody that. But man, I appreciate you. I learned a lot about you. Thank you for being so fucking vulnerable.
Thank you.
That was huge. And thank you for being honest. Like, you have an ego. I don't feel it. Like, I don't feel it when you speak to me. I don't feel it when you talk in a room. But it's really nice and humbling that you can, like, express that to me. I appreciate everything. Shout out to your partner for letting you come out here today.
Shout out to her for real with letting me use the car. I don't need a car. I live downtown Toronto. I'm like,
you are a downtown homie. Like,
yeah,
I was like, how is he gonna get here? Like, how would I get him down here and whatnot?
Yeah.
But then you figured it out, and I thank you for supporting, and I love you, and I can't wait to see your journey and your growth. I always watch from the background. Like, I'm always here. If you ever need any network, resources, anything, I'm here. You're my village.
Appreciate that, sis. Love you, man.
Love you too.
Yeah.
It's Honey, the podcast. Ryan was here. Let your friends know. Thank you.